Girls cry too much. Boys aren't allowed to cry. But if you don't cry, you're insensitive. These are the stereotypes we face every day. Stereotypes that have traveled down from generation to generation. But for the fortunate few, those stereotypes are a distant memory.
I think it shows that people care. I personally cry mostly when I care about something.
It's good to cry sometimes, but it's like other times it's like, why am I doing this? It's just like you gotta let it out sometimes, but then it's like it can be irrational, I guess, sometimes.
Well, okay, I wouldn't say that I automatically perceive anyone who cries as weak, because when my grandfather died, that was the first time I'd seen my dad cry, and I didn't think of him as weak in that moment, and I think that, I don't know, it was just natural.
I think crying is a natural thing that people do. I feel like it's something that you should do because it helps you release emotions that you should release, because you can get really frustrated, and it's usually what I do. I get frustrated and I'll cry if I'm too frustrated, so I think it's a very good thing to do.
I've dissociated my emotions from everything in my life. That's why I don't cry a lot.
Is that your coping mechanism?
Yeah.
Locking it all out?
Mm-hmm. I emotionally detach myself from everything. That's why I care for other people. I don't want them to end up like me.
I think they think that, these are my personal views, this is views of society, that, I don't know, it's okay for a woman to cry. Like, it's okay for them to show their emotion, while a man, it's not okay for them to do that.
Crying is viewed as a weakness and a vulnerability. Although I think that more recently, in like modern times, crying, at least for men, has become less of a bad thing. Like, women like want a sensitive man, and they want to know that a man's sensitive, like in general. But like between men, I feel like there's a lot of pressure to, man up and not cry. And then also there's that stereotype of women being weak and wishy-washy and all that. And I think that crying, that's not relevant to crying. It's just, everyone has emotions.
I think crying is perceived as a sign of weakness from a majority of people, especially those with more testosterone. I think people think it's weakness when really it's kind of more bravery that you can cry in front of people.
What makes you cry?
Things I care about.
For me, something that makes me cry is definitely like death of children who don't understand why, don't understand what's going on, why it's happening to them.
Just like people being aggressive, I guess. Like, it's really stupid, but like if I get yelled at or something, I'll start crying. Or even if people are just like cussing a lot, I'm like, oh, this isn't good. I don't like this. That's like the main thing lately, I guess.
We all cry for different reasons. We cry for family members, sisters, the divorce of our parents, or even just from watching a sad movie. I asked my friends to describe what would make them cry.
I guess realistically, her not liking herself, or not like thinking she's beautiful. You got me.
So, do you think she would come to you if she started feeling that way? What do you think she would say? Like, would she be crying and saying, Jade, I'm not beautiful, I'm not a good person? What do you think she would come to you and say?
She has come to me and mostly she just jokes about like, oh, my abs are going away, or oh, I'm so fat, or whatever, which she is very much not. I think that she wouldn't be super vulnerable with me like that unless it was really bad.
They got into a big fight and we moved in with our neighbors, and she had moved out, and it was pretty tough because I had been with my mom and my dad in the same house for like 10 years, and then I didn't get to see my mom for 12 weeks, and those 3 months were so hard because there's only so much that you can tell one parent, and having one of them gone and having her call me and call my dad and saying I love you and I miss you and I wish that I could see you more, and it's hard because we're all so emotional.
That's why I don't have to cry.
She's gorgeous.
That's why I don't have
Just
to cry.
want to see them together.
She has
That's all I've ever wanted from life right now. One, two new little sisters, Haley and Orly. Haley's my husband, Morgan, and James
crying with
out. And if everybody wants to know what's together, I don't think
That's why I don't have to cry. I feel people should be able to do whatever they want without having to feel embarrassed. Crying is definitely not excluded. I feel like people should cry if they need to cry, especially when they're with people that can help them.
way to express emotions, because not letting yourself feel those things can bottle them up inside and just make people kind of sick inside, you know? I think that a lot of depression and anxiety and all those sociological problems that kind of plague everyone stem from not feeling accepted and able to express their emotions, and crying is a big part of that. I think crying's good.
No one in this video was weak. They weren't being pansies or just another cry-baby little girl. But that doesn't mean they were strong. You don't need to be strong to cry. You just need to be human.